Welcome, everybody. Come on back in the stream. Thanks for coming in. Come on in, pull up a chair. Thanks for everybody coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. We're going to have a good night, have a quiet night. We're going to talk about a few of the crazy characters around YouTube, Boyd, talk about people, places, and things, and see what's going on. Come on in, have a good night, have a friendly night, and have a friendly show. Let's just keep it moving, folks. Let's just keep it moving. Move them in and move them out. To come on in. Getting started. Our cute little garbage truck. Going to try to get the garbage in and the garbage out. We'll see how that works. Come on in, everybody. Bradley's all excited about the show. He's getting excited, trying to welcome everybody. Come on in, pull up a chair. Pull up a seat. Everybody's welcome. Most everybody, anyway. Hello, Igor Koske. We're having a welcome here. We're going to do a chat about all the crazy characters in the Boyd and the crazy characters around YouTube. Yeah, I've got a little dog barking. He's welcoming everybody to the chat. His name is Bradley. Hello, Igor. We're welcoming you to the chat, and we hope you'll maybe put in a subscription if you can. We thank you. And yeah, we're getting ready to talk about some of the crazy characters in our group around in our community around here. We call it the Boyd, B-O-Y-T, called the bottom of YouTube. And there's some crazy characters over here. Crazy characters. Some of them we call, one of the ones that we talk about is called Carl the Crazy Crab. He's the Krabby Crab of YouTube. And he got cracks the other day. His whole channel got terminated because he was doing all kind of hate speech against women, He was saying vile and disgusting hate speech against women, and his channel got terminated in the middle of the night because he was saying vile, disgusting, sexualized things against women, and he got terminated in the middle of the night. And now his channel was gone, so he created a new channel called Vincent Terranova. He was pretending to be somebody different than Carl 2.0. He's pretending to be Vincent Terranova, but he got exposed by myself in several of the channels because he was using the same vile terminology in a couple different channels, and I exposed him as the same Carl 2.0. So he decided to go ahead and come clean and came out back as Carl 2.0, and he renamed his channel from Carl Terranova, Vincent Terranova, to Carl 2.0, something else. And now he's ban evading, and he's gone back to his old tricks, and he's doing the same thing that got his channel terminated on his new Carl 2.0 channel. So he's likely to get that channel terminated as well. So we're going to see how that works out for him. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I believe he'll probably end up getting that channel terminated. It's Carl 2.0 channel. So we'll see how that works out for him. Hey, King of Diamonds, welcome. Hey, Duckling, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, King of Diamonds. I'm glad you were able. You're not blocked. You're here, King of Diamonds. You're not blocked. You're typing. We see you typing. You're not blocked at all. Like I said yesterday, you're not blocked. Welcome. You're welcome here. And we thank you for being here. Igor said, I can also tell the picture is not you. I'm not willing to take a bet on that as well. Well, I don't know how you would know whether it was me or not. 90% of the pictures on YouTube are not the actual person. So, Igor, there's that. So, but that crab, he's that crab. The picture, the crab is Al Pacino. Are you talking about that guy, Igor? I don't think so. I don't know where you came from, Igor, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, we got that crab, and then there's the fake, excuse me, the fake girlfriend of the crab. She goes by the Kabaj woman or JT, and she's going around pretending that he didn't really get terminated. That excuse me, that he only did away with his channel because his fiance didn't want him to be on YouTube anymore. She's making up excuses for him. Well, they can make all the excuses they want for him, but his channel got terminated. He's gone, GAWN gone, and then he made a new channel. Okay, that's how it works. He goes, well, you need to show proof. I don't need to show anything. I'm Lolly, Lolly. Spell it, Lolly. Hey, MSK, welcome to the chat. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Uh, can you give me blue, madam? Well, I don't really know you. You're just here for the very first time. After you've been here a few times, we can probably give you a blue wrench or something, but come back a few times. I'm going to give you the link here so you can subscribe. That would be a good start. Here's the subscription link. Subscribe to Lolly. That'd be a good step. Subscribe to Lolly if everybody can. If you get a moment, that'd be great. I would really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. We're trying to, I'm on a subscription drive. I've gotten to 8,000 now, and I'm trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the month, if possible. I don't know if that's possible, but we can always hope. So anybody that can subscribe would be appreciated. Give the link to all your friends. Thank you, everyone. Waffles, hey Waffles, thank you for coming in, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're going over some of the characters. We're talking about Crazy Crab, Crack the Crab. I cracked him the other night. He in the middle of the night he got terminated, and now he's reborn himself. Hey Willow, haven't seen you, Willow 9. Thank you for coming in. He got terminated in the middle of the night for hate speech and other various things. I long formed him, and he got done in the middle of the night on his third strike. And he recreated a channel as Vincent Terranova, thinking he was just going to pretend that it's not him. But he was using the same language and the same speech patterns, and I figured that out and exposed him. So he came back and just admitted he was Carl 2.0. And then he decided, well, he would just say that it was him. But now he's ban evading. And, everyone knows it's him. But he didn't care. He's just going on about his business and doing the same hate speech and vile and disgusting behavior as before. So he will probably be soon to be on the same road. And his fake girlfriend, the Kabaj woman, is trying to back him up and say that he's not done anything wrong and he's just misunderstood, and his fiance wants him to be off YouTube, and it's really disgusting. She's simping for him, I guess. I don't know. And then we've got the stupid dum dum noodle dum dum who's going around. He's a all different story. He's got all sorts of problems going on with him. We got to spend half an hour on him talking about him to go over everything. He's getting rather boring. I'm going to start taking him out of my thing. Maybe we'll talk about the fake girlfriend first. The orca. She came up with something new today. The orca who's looking for money. She's looking for money to try to finance a new car. She's decided she's going to make a fundraising plan. She's decided that she's going to try to raise money by getting pregnant and getting a baby daddy to give her some sperm so she can get pregnant, but then she's already told the guy or whoever's going to give the sperm that she is going to go after him for child support, immediate child support. Now, granted, she's already getting $2,500 child support from her ex-husband for the other two children she has, okay? Now, that's not enough for her. That's not enough. And plus, she gets food stamps for her and the two children. I think $1,500 on that. That's 4 grand a month. She doesn't pay any rent or anything. She lives at the parents' pool house at their little house they live at behind their house. She didn't pay anything for anything. She no utilities, no nothing, no car note, no utilities, no nothing, no nothing, honey. But she's got 4 grand coming in for food and whatnot, and she's still greedy and wants more money. So she's decided the way she needs money for a car because she drove her car into the ground, the Lexus SUV her husband had bought for her. Oh no, Frankie McDonald, you're not playing today. We're not playing with you today. Bye. Thank you, Waffles. Yeah, but what was I saying? She, yeah, she's trying to get a baby put in her belly so she will have a guaranteed paycheck, another paycheck, because she's so greedy AF. Greedy AF. Yep, that's what she is. She's trying to get an extra paycheck, an extra stream of money coming in. You can come in here, Frankie McDonald, aka Orca. It's not going to help. I'm going to keep talking because you talked about me all morning, and I'm going to talk about you all night. Sure am. It's my time now. It's my time now. Yeah, Waffle said her parents are probably raising their children. Well, her mother takes the children back and forth to school because she ran that Lexus SUV into the ground that she had. Hey, Guns and Gears. The brakeman that she took her car to said, "Look, lady, you're going to have to get these brakes worked on." She said, "Oh, no, that's okay. We'll be all right for a while." And he said, "Well, these pads are really shot and you're going to have to get these worked on or you're going to have a problem." She said, "Oh, it'll be all right." But she was too busy driving around drunk and, high and passing out in parking lots in the middle of the night, and she didn't care. She didn't care about her car or her children or anything. And then when she got her children back the next week, she'd drive them around with hardly any brakes, and to the point where eventually she got to where she was driving them around and she drove those children right almost smack dab into the glass window of a 7-Eleven. The brakes, she tapped on the brakes and there were no brakes because she had run them, grinded them completely down, ground the pads, the rotors, the calipers, everything's done, all ground completely down. So she did have the wherewithal. I'll give her that. She had the wherewithal to call her ex-husband and come get those children and get them to safety. I'll give her that. But now she has no transportation. She's got that thing up on blocks. Yeah, she could have put new pads up for $100. Now she's got needs everything exactly, Wobbles. And they say it's going to be 1,000 or 1,500 up to $3,000 job, depending on what's going on, because it's an expensive car. So she's not going to try not to fix that up or whatever. But so she's sitting up there with on the hilltop or whatever, a little behind her parents' house, with no transportation, no job, no future, nothing to look forward to, and she didn't know anything to do. So she's hoping that something will happen. She didn't know what's going on, you know. So she's hoping that something will go on, and she thinks that she's going to send her taxes in, and she's going to be saved by that. She'll buy a car with her tax refund. She thinks she's going to get it back in 2 weeks. Well, you're not going to get your taxes in 2 weeks because last year it took 2 to 3 months for people to get their tax refund back, and they're saying this year it's going to take even longer. That everything's still really backed up from last year. So good luck on that. You're still going to be sitting there for a long time. So you better think again. So I think that's why she's thought up this baby scam. She's going to try to get impregnated and then try to lurch money out of some man. So I hope you pick somebody that's got a lot of money, honey. But think about that poor baby, Waffles, a poor child. It's not even fair to the baby. Wobble said, "I'm betting her parents will get the car fixed." No, I don't think so, Wobble. Her parents have written her off. Her parents won't even let her do laundry in their laundry room, okay? They have written her off. They barely are letting her live in the pool house because she doesn't have anywhere else to live. Because you know what, Waffles? When she and her husband, her ex-husband, sold their house, she gave 25,000, her portion of the sales. You know who she gave it to? Noodles Dum Dum. She gave her part of the money to Noodles, and now she didn't have money to buy a new car. You think Noodles will help her? No. That's who should help her. But Willie, no. She gave her house money to Noodles, and now she has no money for a car. That's a shame, isn't it? Speaking of Noodles, he's got a few financial problems of his own. Waffles, waffles, waffles. I don't know what to tell you, man. That noodle man, that noodler, he went out and financed that car, that old car. He keeps calling it a new car. He turned in his old car, his 2021 Trax. He blew the head gasket on it, Waffles. It was blowing white smoke. He blew the head gasket. Well, he traded it in, even though the head gasket was blown. They allowed him to trade it in, and that was a 2021. Well, he traded in on a 2020 CRV something. Okay, an older car. Hey, duckling. Yeah, he didn't even get a pre-approved or talked down any of the dealership fees. Yeah, he didn't even put a down payment or anything on it. But his interest rate is 29.99%. He got really messed up on that, and they said, "Oh, well, we'll maybe think about refinancing it in November." Well, by then you'll have paid a load full of interest rates till November. Good luck on that. Yeah, he got fleeced by the finance department. That's a nice way of saying it, duckling. Very very pleasant way of saying it. Yeah, it's a better car, but I'm just saying it's an older car. He keeps trying to say he bought a new car. He didn't buy a new car. He bought an older car than what he had. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, it was 30% pretty much. That's pretty much almost loan shark rates, isn't it, duckling? State maximum is 31%. 31%? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was new to him. New to him, Waffles. That's true. New to him. That's laughable. It's just really laughable. It really is. Yeah. Yep. Plus, he found out he's gotten some bad news health wise. He got bad news. He's found out he's pre diabetic, and he found out that he's got early kidney failures. He's got all sorts of bad news there. That pre diabetes is why he's suddenly stopped eating sugar, supposedly. So we'll see how that works out for him. Wobble said it will be really funny when the repo man tows it away. We know the other thing, Waffles, is he's getting ready to lose his job because the whole job thing over the situation over there, they're getting ready to do a whole job action and shut the whole workplace down. They've already taken him off the regular workplace and sending him out around delivering stuff because he can't get along with the other coworkers. And he was just wandering around with a drill or a screwdriver and pretending to work. So they sent him around to have to deliver stuff, and he's having to actually lift and deliver tools and toolboxes and stuff. Yeah, did you see that, duckling? They threw him off that was a museum site or some sort of site where they had museum and artwork, and the lady said, "Oh, you can't do live streaming in here." And he said, "Well, no, and he was streaming in there, they said, for a good half hour. And she said, "No, this is a museum, and it was a paid museum. You can't live stream in there if it's a paid thing, and other people are watching what you're doing, and they're not paying." And he pouted and went up there and said, well, I'm supposed to be allowed to do this. I paid. Well, no, you're not allowed to do it. He said, well, there's not a sign. Well, there doesn't have to be a sign. It says, it shows that on our website. He got kicked out. Yep. Duncan said he was filming on YouTube his co-workers instead of working. Yep. Now he's a delivery boy to get stuff to the other workers so they can work. That's funny. They put him to work doing something else where he's actually having to work and he's having to huff and puff and deliver stuff in a van. I don't think he likes it either. But then he's already complaining that that's going to run out and they're probably all going to get laid off. Then what's he going to? Then how's he going to pay his 30% car payment? You know? So how's he going to pay his car payment then? That's not going to work out too good for him. I guess he's not going to care since he doesn't have any money down, doesn't have any money in the car exactly. He can just park the car somewhere and take an Uber home, huh? Then, of course, we got Bergs over on the other side of the void, calling people up, trashing people, trashing me, saying all sorts of stuff about me that's not true. And I don't appreciate it, Bergs. Because, you know, Bergs killed his own girlfriend by neglect. The poor lady was very ill. She had ended up having the C. We don't talk about that, but she had some bad things and she was very sick. And he knew she was sick. And he was trying to get her to go to the hospital, but she didn't really want to go. But even if he was in a different state than her, he could have called and got her some help. He could have got her some information, got her some people coming over there to help her. But he really didn't. He just left her there to go away. Yeah, Waffle said he'll have to break into that 25K in the 401K. You think he really will? I don't think he will. Waffles, Noodles is not going to break into his 401K. That is ironclad. He's keeping that money for his retirement. He's not going to give anybody a dime of that. Waffles said, Bergs called me at 2 a.m. the other night and texted me to call him right now. Yeah, Bergs is a wild man. He's wild. I'm surprised he didn't call you and start trashing me. He hates my guts. Yeah, I wouldn't call him back. He calls tells John to get me on the phone. He wants to trash me and talk to me. I'm not getting on the phone. I'm not talking to him. Well, maybe he'll get together and try to get the money together to keep that car. I don't know. Maybe he'll take some money out of his 401K to pay for the car. Oh, the other thing he found out, Waffles, the family got, after the death of his dear sainted mother, bless her heart, found out that she was deeply in debt. She hadn't been managing her money she was had dementia. And I think her husband was quite ill as well. But they found out she was deeply in debt and had not been handling her payments on all of her debts and stuff. And said that even her life insurance had lapsed. So Noodles was quite upset that her life insurance has lapsed. So there's no life insurance. And so instead of what Noodles thought was going to be a windfall, maybe for the 6 children to get the life insurance, there's no life insurance, and instead they have a bunch of debts that need to be paid. Duckling said, even Botter told John, don't put me on the line with Bergs yet. I told John the same thing. I'm not going on the line with Bergs. Don't even call me up if he's on the line. He did that a couple times, and I told him, don't do it again. I'm not going to come on the line with him. He's a madman. I don't want to talk to him. He's boring. He goes on and on about the same thing, and I'm not interested. As far as I'm concerned, he killed Jill. He should have called 911 and got some ambulance over to her house. When I was quite ill, John called from New Jersey to where I live and got an ambulance to my house 2 different times because he cared that much about me. I was kind of mad about it, but in the long run, I was happy because I got help. It's not the best thing. You don't want somebody coming in your house to come help you. But if you're deathly ill, you need it. And she needed it, and he didn't give it to her. He knew that she needed it, and he did not help her. He just sat in his red race car bed and had his hands on the steering wheel and didn't do anything for Jill. And I'll never forgive him for that. Never forgive him for it. Never. R.I.P. Jill. I love Jill. She's one of my best friends. She's a lovely lady. And she didn't deserve to die. She did not deserve to die like that. Alone. She had 2 beautiful sons, a beautiful family. She didn't deserve to die like that. And I'll never forgive him. He's sitting in his race car bed, his red race car bed, with his hands on the black steering wheel, holding on the steering wheel, letting her die in her apartment while he's holding on to the steering wheel, drinking his Steel Reserve. Yeah, he tried to get her to go to the hospital, but she didn't. John tried to get me to go to the hospital, and I wouldn't go. But you know what he did? He called 911 and got an ambulance to come to my house, and they made me go to the hospital. And I went to the hospital, and they saved my life. Nobody did that for Jill. Nobody did that for Jill. And I feel bad for her. I cry when I think of her. I cry when I think of her, Waffles. I cry when I think of her. And what he didn't do for her. What he did not do for her. Yes, he tried to get her to go. That's true. He tried. But he didn't try hard enough. He didn't dial 3 numbers on the phone. My boyfriend dialed 3 numbers, and he saved my life. And I thank him every day for it. Hello, Leilani. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming in. Please do subscribe if you get a moment. Thank you for coming in. I hope you're well. Well, Bergs knew her address. Of course, Bergs did. He was one of the only people that did know it. That was why it was so important for him to, help her. Hello, Off the Rails. Thank you for coming in. How are you, Frank? Let's see. Who else do we need to go over? We went over Noodle Dum Dum and his fake girlfriend, the Orca. We went over the Crack the Crab and his fake girlfriend JT or the Kabaj lady. Seemed like there was another couple people. Hello. Oh, you think Isaac Guest is watching? Channel deleted. Okay, is that a funny joke? Well, welcome. I guess welcome to you too. Come on in, people. We thank you for coming in. We appreciate everybody coming and showing up for the day. You guys be sure and sub up if you have a moment. There's the channel link if you want to sub up. Thank you. We're trying to do a sub drive and get up toward 10,000. We're already up over 8,000. We're doing real well. Thank you, everybody. Be sure and check out in the mornings. We're doing the Bible verses in the morning. If you want to read those, if you're so inclined. We appreciate all the support that everybody has given and all the subscribers that have already subscribed. Thank you very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you. Off the rails. Thank you. What was it? I see Flacco's live earlier. Was he drunk tonight? I didn't see him on. I don't know if he was drunk or not. I don't usually watch him. Does he get drunk a lot? I don't really see him. He can get smashed sometimes. Wow. Keziah Thompson, welcome to the chat tonight. Thank you for coming in. You sound sped. I don't know what that means, if you mistyped it or what. Why do I sound sad? I'm not sad at all. We're having a good time here. Oh, is that what's supposed to be sad? No, no, I'm not sad. Are you sad? Well said, you should come to my friend Boltonator sometime, Lolly. He does music streams. Well, you have to give me the link. I'll maybe try it out sometime, Waffles. Thank you. Casara said, you're a great dancer. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tree Rogie, why are you sad? I'm not sad at all. I don't know why you think so. Why do you think that? Oh, no, he's just making fun or something. I don't know what's going on with him. I appreciate everybody coming in. Bruce, Mike, Michelle, or Michael, I'm not sure. Hello, how are you? Where are you guys from? Where's each person from? Columbus, Ohio. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Waffles. Does anybody have any questions you want to ask? We can do a little Q&A if you'd like, because I've kind of gone over the characters we were going to talk about tonight. Okay, what is your question? As long as you don't ask me why I'm sad, because I'm not. What's your question, Keziah? Waffles, did Dummy drink all that beer tonight? Yeah, he drank 6 or 7 little glasses of beer, and then he got in his car and drove off. Yeah, it's a wonder he didn't kill somebody. We don't even know if he did or not, you know? It's a shame. And, you know, I talked to John about it, and John said, well, why would he do that? He Because you know why, Waffles? He thinks he's above the law. That's why he does it. That's why he does it. He thinks he can do anything he wants, and he knows if he gets in trouble, he'll get Daddy to help him. That's what he's done all of his life, and that's what he'll continue to do. Yeah, we don't allow racial remarks here, Keziah. Please do not do that. Thank you, Waffles. Yeah, he drank all that beer, and John kept saying, "Well, are you sure it was beer?" I'm like, "It was a flight of beer, beer, beer. You know, are you sure?" I'm like, "Several people saw it. It wasn't just me, John. Several people saw it. Don't go by what I say." Apparently, Waffle saw it too. Waffle said, "Well, Lolly, his support will end soon enough. We can only hope." Cleveland Brown said, "Do you think Nick will be retiring? Nick's retiring from YouTube." Uh, yeah, Nick's not retiring from YouTube. He just pretends. He's gonna pretend to be gone away for a little while, like they left for several months and then they came back. We can only hope he won't be gone for long if he leaves for a few weeks or something. Cleveland Brown said it was in the title about going on the town for some beers. Yeah, I wish you guys would tell John he was drinking beer because John was saying, "Oh, he probably wasn't even drinking beer." He was drinking beer. It was visible in the video. John never believes anything I tell him. I mean, how many? Let me ask you this, Cleveland Brown. How many people watched the Nick retiring video? 3, 2, 1. It's really immaterial. Who cares? Like Waffle said, Nick, he will be around under different names, Cleveland Brown. He'll be trolling around under all of his multitude of 25 different names. Yep, you're right. You're right, Waffle. Waffle said, "So John doesn't think the trash man was drinking tonight?" John was questioning whether, when I told him he was drinking beer, he said, "Are you sure it was beer?" I'm like, "John, beer. I watched a short clip and he drank several glasses of beer. 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 He's like, "Are you sure it was beer though?" I'm like, don't insult me. Several of the other guys were watching it too. Question them. And they had left. We were hoping to maybe make some calls. So we're trying to get somebody out there. Yes, thank you, Waffles. He had 8 different beers in front of him. That's right. And he was slamming them back, wasn't he, Waffles? Yeah. But John doesn't believe anything I say, so whatever. I told him, ask some of the other guys. Beer is beer. It's alcohol. You're not allowed to drive after you drank 6 or 7 beers. Not that I know of. There was nobody with him. There was not another driver to drive the vehicle. Not going to look good. Not going to work well. Yeah, he was smashing them. That's what I was telling John. He was eating cheese and crackers with it. There's the king and diamonds. And he said, I said, what are you going to do about it? What I did about it was encouraging people to call and report him. That's what I did about it. If you see this and you do nothing, you share responsibility. I do not share anything. I was encouraging the group of people that we were working with to report the person. Wobble said, no one skates through an entire life drinking and driving without getting caught. Yes, that's true, Waffles. Well, King of Diamonds, you kept questioning that he was even drinking beer. Now, Waffles has told you right here he was smashing back multiple beers. Do you believe Waffles? Cleveland Brown said he drove home on a THC drink 2 times. Then Kitten Kat said, don't do that again. He goes up on and the car turns off the stream and then he goes home. Oh, King of Diamonds said, if you see it and do nothing, it's your at fault. No, that's not correct. King of Diamonds. King of Diamonds said Kitten Kat cares a little too much. Kitten Kat is in love with that guy. They're in love with each other, I think. They're in a love incestuous relationship, I believe. So he mixes up alcohol with that THC drink at the same time, huh? Let's keep it PG rated, please. Yeah, they knew what kind of car it was and where the restaurant was, Waffles, so they had the opportunity. Because see, they could have been waiting when he came out of the restaurant because he was on video drinking in there. Whatever. We made arrangements to try to get him help, but he didn't get any help with it. So. Because Duckling and those guys knew the name of the restaurant and they knew the make of the car and everything. You don't necessarily have to have the license plate number. And they knew the description of the man. King of Diamonds said Carl took down videos he made again. Really, he took them down, did he? Yeah, he's a coward. He needs to take them down. Yeah, I don't know what happened because by the time he started driving, he wasn't on stream anymore. So we don't really know what happened. You're right. He could have called a cab. He could have called an Uber. Perhaps. I doubt it, but maybe. But he's such a narcissist. I'm sure he got in his own car and drove. Waffle said, "Here we have a record service that will pick you up and your car and take you home." Yeah, that would be lovely. Yeah, we have that at New Year's night. They have a record service where you can get a record and take you home. And, if you've been drinking, but that's usually on special occasions. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I appreciate all the people coming in. Be sure to sub up to Lolly if you have a chance. The link is pinned. I'll put it down here again for you guys. Wait. That wasn't it. Sorry. Here it is. Here's the link to sub up if you'd like to. We're doing a subscription drive. I just went over 8,000. We're trying to get to 10,000 by the end of the month if possible. Not sure that's possible, but we can always strive for that. I thank everybody that subscribed so far. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Every subscription counts, and I thank every one of you. Wobble said, "I never drink outside of my home." That's a very good practice. Very good practice. Very good plan. Well, listen, it's been about an hour, and that's generally about my time limit. And I appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I thank you so much. And I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. And I'll be back probably tomorrow night. I thank everybody for being here. And I'll be back tomorrow. And I hope everybody will return. And I thank you. And thanks so much. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Bye bye. Good night.